And I'm not sure what you've gone through, and I don't know where you are right now, but I can tell you this. If you're walking with Jesus, then there's a really good chance that you're misunderstood. There's a really good chance that the people around you don't understand why you do some of the things that you do. You just know by faith you're taking a chance that God has asked you to do this. And so you're, by faith, taking a step of obedience. And then rejection comes in and it whispers to you, what if? What if you're wrong? What if you made a mistake? What if they hurt you? What if you give all of your time, your money, your efforts, and then it's for nothing? Rejection can paralyze you. It can keep you in the past, worried about the future and not in the present. Rejection causes you to look forward and to worry about what's coming, and also to look behind you with fear. And so the decisions that you make are self-protection in the form of fear and comfort. The call to follow Jesus is a call to die. It's a call to give up your way of thinking. It's a call to surrender everything. What if the trail of rejection that you're facing right now is actually ordained by the Lord? What if He's taking you through a process of getting delivered from you, and now you're getting delivered from other people? What if the opinions of other people is what you're actually going through in process? What if He's behind all of this? What if He's intentionally put you in positions to be persecuted, to be condemned, to be gossiped about because it makes you more like Him? What if the process that you're going through feels like you're going through hell, but because He's getting hell out of you? What if He's intentionally asking you to do certain things that other people might not get because He loves you and He knows what you need? And He knows that He's calling you higher and that you're moving from glory to glory. And yet you look back and you look at the trail of people who don't get you, and yet they're still the same as they were 2 years ago. They're still marinating on the pain of the past. They're still drowning in bitterness. And the very words that they speak are venomous. They're poisonous. And that their negative bonds are locked together because the only commonality they have is you. Can you believe they did this? Can you believe they did this? So you're all they talk about because it's an easier point of target to put the blame on you versus taking any ownership of themselves. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this might be just for one person. I can't even speak to real persecution because my life has not been threatened. And so when I think of persecution, I'm mainly thinking about gossip and slander, being misunderstood. I don't always believe that that's the persecution that the Lord calls us to, but it's a part of it. I believe it's all preparation for what's to come, the real persecution. If you won't be obedient with a little bit of words being spoken against you, what are you going to do when a gun's held to your head? What are you going to do when it costs you your life? I think of Isaiah 53. It says this: He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and familiar with suffering, like one from whom men hide their faces. He was despised, and we esteem Him not. Mark 6:3-6. Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James, Judas, and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? So they were offended at Him. But Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his own country, among his own relatives, and in his own house. Now He could do mighty work there, except that He laid His hands on a few sick people and healed them. And He marveled because of their unbelief. Then He went about the villages in a circuit teaching. John 15:18-20. If the world hates you, you know that it hated Me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted Me, they will persecute you. Matthew 5:11-12. Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you, and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for My sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Luke 10:16, he who hears you hears me. He who rejects you rejects me. And he who rejects me rejects him who sent me. Matthew 21:42, the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. This was the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. What if the rejection really is making us more like him?